Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, and lots of downward pressure this morning, starting in the Asian markets last night. I was actually watching it happen at 7 o'clock. Straight downhill once those Asian markets opened up. Let's get into economic data. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button, like this video, hit that bell over there for future notification for any other videos that I make, and then go down into the description area, hit the word more, and then you can join our Discord community where we are building a trading community for live trading and educational videos and people posting wins and such. Also, leave a comment below if there's any other equities that you want me to cover. I typically cover the broader markets. I started covering the SPY and the Qs, and of course I cover Tesla, and I go over the 5-minute opening range for Tesla and the options, the calls and the puts that I use with the expiration date. So if there's any other equities that you want me to cover, leave a comment below. I'll be glad to do it. If you want to do it live, just hop on the pre-market live and you can leave a comment while I'm actually doing it. And I'll be glad to bring up the equities while I'm doing this live too. Anyways, let's get into it today. Don't see any economic data. Thank God. I don't think we need any more. Wednesday, non-farm unemployment change at 7:15. Then at 9 a.m. we have ISM PMI ISM manufacturing, and then Thursday unemployment claims. Friday then we have a slew of numbers at 7:30. Hourly earnings month over month, core retail sales, non-farm unemployment change, retail sales month over month, and unemployment rate. And there's also some Fed speak in there too, but I don't think that that's really going to impact things at all. Let's see what we have for earnings this week. We had Target before the market today. Target, I think, was actually up. I think they had some good numbers, and I think I saw Target was up a couple dollars. Pre-market, I think it's probably going to be one of the few stocks that may be up today. You may be surprised. I think that we're probably going to get some pretty good sell-off in the morning, and then I think you're just going to have to be patient. I don't necessarily think that you want to get in front of a moving knife today. We definitely have some fallout here. I think it's definitely because of the impact that's happening in Iran. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure that out. Anyways, let's go over and see what we have after the close today. CrowdStrike, I don't see anything up until tomorrow. We have Broadcom after the close. I don't see anything else after that. I think Broadcom is one of the major ones that we're going to have. Actually, Costco we're going to have after the close on Thursday. That'll probably wrap up the week there. So hopefully we get through this day. It probably looks like it's going to be a little bloody, but it's you're going to have days like this. So again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Let's start out with the ES like we always do. The ES, we tried getting above the 20-day SMA yesterday at 69.14, failed it, and now, as we can see, we are stair-stepping lower right now. We did hold this February monthly low at 67.51 and a half. But with the way things are right now, I think there's a good chance we'll definitely at least test it again, I would say, before the day is done, and then if we lose that, we'll probably come down to this weekly low at 66.84 and a half, which is November of 2025 weekly low. And then I think like a better level though, if I was thinking to go long, it's 66.39 and a quarter, and that's August monthly high. If we lose that level, you have 65.83. I think this is another decent level too. It's a November monthly low that you could potentially pull back down into. And then on the upside, which I'd be shocked if we get the upside today, you're definitely going to have to regain this January monthly low at 68.14 and a half. In fact, if the market pushes into there, I would anticipate you're going to get some headwinds up there, get some resistance, and this may be a little good area to take a little pop and fade, sell off of this area, and you probably have your, you could probably have your stop up at the 68.41 level, 30 points higher. I mean, it's pretty significant, but I would say that, that you'd be safe with that. But I think that with this low right here, it's a break and retest of this low. We did regain it right now. So there's a good chance. So there's a couple ways to play this. Could use this as you could go long here, right? And take it back up into this high. Or you could just wait and let the market, trade for the morning part and see where it's going to go. I think that there's going to definitely be downside in the morning. There's no doubt in my mind. But if we were lucky enough to get like some kind of crazy pop in the morning, I would definitely be looking for fading. For that. We are well below all the moving averages right now. And I think if you lose to 67.51.5, there's really not much down here to support until you get down here to 68.84 and then 66.39.25. So let's get over. We'll go over and look at the SPY. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. SPY, you got to hold this monthly low from December, 671.20. It started to in pre-market right now. If you lose that, 667.34 is September's monthly high. Below that, I don't have anything until I get down to 652.84. So this is going to be a really key level. If the market does sell off and gets to that 667.34, you're going to want to hold that level. Otherwise, I see some downside here. I'd have to go back and look. I'm sure I could probably grab another level in between here, but nothing really popped out at me. So big level here, 667.34. You're going to want to hold that. As far as the upside is concerned, you regain 667.52 to push into that 682.81. I would imagine if you do get that push, you're going to get resistance there also, break and retest of a low. And then, but if you did regain that, I think you could push back into the 686.37. Based on everything that's selling off hard today, I don't see that in the pictures for today, but you never know. Anyways, let's get into the NASDAQ. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. NASDAQ, same thing, stair stepping lower. If you got to pop into this 24,680 level, I would look to fade it at that level there. It's September 26, 2025 weekly low. I would look for that to sell on that. We are losing August high right now, 24,495. So that's a big level we're losing right there. So your next level I see here for support is 24,300. So quite a bit lower right now. So you're gonna have to watch that. And if we lose that, you have 24,153.5, which is November 21st of 2025's low. And then below that, unfortunately, it's a long way down here to this 23,544.25. September's low. I'd have to go back and see if I can find something in here, but if I mark something like this, nothing really stuck out to me, so I'd have to probably look hard to see if there's any kind of levels in between there. So big sell-off today, so you got to be careful. Look for pop and fades is what I'm looking for today. Anyways, let's get over and do the Qs really quick, and we'll be done with this. Qs, same thing. Everything is being sold into, every kind of pop. These are kind of flash wicks, though, meaning that there's not a lot of volume here when you see these flash wicks. However, you can see since the Asian markets opened up, it's been straight downhill right now. Little buying came in right here, so I think it's going to be important to hold this 594.76. You can see we're pushing for it right now. Again, it's going to be testing it. If you lose that, that's February's monthly low. We did dip below it a little while ago, and it looks like it wants to test it again. If you lose that level, 590.36 is in the picture. It's October's monthly low. Below that 590.36, you come down to the 20-day SMA sitting at 587.12. Probably get some good bounce off of that. And if you lose that, you're going to come down to this 583.32, which is August monthly high. And then I would see that as a level that you could possibly take a long in that level right there. But big sell-off right now. Don't get in front of a moving knife. Wait to see the buyers step up, right? Anyways, let's get into Tesla. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for future notifications and hit that thumbs up button and like this video. Tesla. Tesla had a nice, ripped right off the open yesterday. I was actually thinking that it was going to sell off yesterday, but I think the sell-off is definitely going to come today. We did hit point of controls that were filled, and that was 395. I actually took it off my screen. We still have some open point of controls 365.90 is the one down below. Below that 365.90, we have a 333.78. Are these levels going to get hit today? No, but they are the next levels that I have for my point of controls. We are right now, it is bouncing off of this 200-day SMA at 391.01. So watch that level. If we do lose that 200, we're coming down 387.53, which is February's monthly low. And if you lose that, 382.78 is the next line at from November 10th of 2025 weekly low. And then it actually comes into this regressional trend line that I drew here from the February, from last week. It was a high of 420. And then if we lose that level, you're going to come down here to the lower end regressional trend line, set from all-time highs from December 25th, sitting at 378.67. And then again, if you lose this level here, 378.66, then we come down to that 365.90. So that's why I leave these point of control levels up here, even though that this has been sitting here since September of last year. And this was the early part of September as well. And the reason why I leave those up there is because the market will come back and fill these point of controls. They don't do it right away. And I give a perfect example. We had a point of control open at $415 last year, and that was open most of the year. It took 9 months until it got filled. The market for Tesla came down all the way down to $200. I think it even dipped below $200 last year, and then it turned around and ended up filling that $416 point of control, right? So that you have to watch that. So now on the positive side of these point of controls, we have some open point of control levels that are still open, and they're open up above, which is promising, right? You like to see some open point of controls that are still open here. That one was filled, but I like that level, so I left that there. 455.07 is an open point of control from January 5th of this year. 460.72 from December 30th of last year. And then I believe we have one. Yep, there we go. 478.21 is December 26th. And then 482 of December 24th. So a whole bunch of point of control levels that are open on the top side, which is very promising for the top side. However, I'll feel better. I'm not going to like it, but if the market does fill these point of controls down here at 365 and then 333, which is pretty tough to stomach, but if you're in for the long haul, as Warren Buffett says, if you're not going to own a stock for at least 10 minutes or 10 years, you shouldn't own it for 10 seconds, actually, is what he said, which is pretty profound. So you're either a believer in Tesla or you're not. But anyway, so let's get into the options on what I do on a daily basis with Tesla. And so you guys all should know on what I do on this account that I show you for Tesla. This is a 100% cash account at the end of the day. So I trade my options and I'm done trading. Most of the time I'm done by 11 a.m. Eastern time every day, unless I'm just kind of scalping around and not having a great day, then I'll probably sit around to the close. And if there's the action, if there's price action and the market is there and it's showing me volume, I'll stick around. But most of the time, the volume, you get the volume push in the beginning of the market, right? This is why we do the 5-minute opening range trade, because if you look at the day, this is yesterday's yesterday's trading, right? So if you look down here, this is the volume bar right here. So look at the first 5 minutes. Now this is a 5-minute chart we're looking at right here. So the first 5 minutes, look at the volume that we have here. So if you look at this box right here, when I bring my cursor over, it shows you the volume. There's 2.6 million shares traded in the first 5 minutes. Then after the first 5 minutes, it drops down half, 1.3 million shares. And then you could see it's below this yellow line, means below average. And then the volume doesn't pick up until the last 5 minutes of the day, where you got 1.9 million shares traded. And then right there in after hours there, you had 3.4 million shares traded right there. So this is why you want to trade, when you have the high volume, because then the options, the premium prices move the way you want. So going over the trade from yesterday, pretty good trade yesterday. The 5-minute range was 388.25 to 393.97. Once you broke that 397 range there, you could have taken it up. The high on this was 404. So you could have gotten yourself a good $11 out of that move. And how does that translate into dollars and cents? If you're this upper square that we have here, this grid, this is my call grid here. So if I think the market's going up, I'll buy a call if I think the market's going down. This lower grid here is my puts. So if you think the market's going down, you buy a put, and then if you buy the put as the market goes down, this premium price rises, right? If the market is going, and if it's going down and you bought a call, this premium price is going lower, right? But if you bought a call and the market goes up, this premium price goes up. And if you bought a call and the market's moving up, this premium price on the put will go lower. So that's pretty much it, basic 101 stuff. So anyways, again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Go down in the description, join our Discord community as we're building the community for trading and for informational purposes, and just try to help people better their trading and get more consistent. Also, again, if you want me to cover any other stocks, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll cover them. I do warn you, I do not cover any penny stocks. I only cover equities that are actually companies that are viable and making money. So again, hopefully I'll see you in the trading room and Discord channel. If not, have a great trading day. Be safe. Don't get in front of a moving knife. And if I don't see you in the trading room, I will see everybody tomorrow. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.